Okay. Hello, everyone. Let me put the volume up some. I'm gonna wait a brief moment. I'm gonna wait a brief moment. Come on. Gather here, everyone. Much love, much love. Come through. Show you girls some love. Much love. So I will get the intro started. Ohana's. We are family. I got all my brothers and sisters and me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and dance. We are family. You know why? Because I said so. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes before I start this live. I hope everyone is having a terrific Tuesday. Testimonial Tuesday and Taco Tuesday. Trying Tuesday. Whew. This is going to be a hot topic to talk about today, so I hope you are ready for this one. I would like for everyone to share, like, turn on your post notification if you want to know when I'm going live and what the discussion may be about. Let me see. I'm gonna get this glare to go on the way. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute or two. Come on through. Come on through. Now, this topic today is very touchy and sensitive. So just bear with me. Share the video, like, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications, and give me some thumbs up, please. Support your girl. Okay. I already did my intro. Let me start off by saying this. I have two videos I did yesterday, and I was crying. Very, very, very emotional. One would probably say dramatic, but it wasn't dramatic. It was a very sensitive topic and moment for me at that time. So, like the video, please. Thank you. This is the thing I wanted to talk about today. Share this video, thumbs it up, please. Okay. Seems like there's a glare. Oh, goodness. Maybe it's my glasses. Okay, what I wanted to talk about today is October the 1st. And what a lot of people fail at to remember, and if they do, they don't talk about it often, okay? I'm wearing purple and pink. Purple, pink ribbon, okay? Pink heart. My grandchildren made these bracelets for me in this ring, okay? And it's a purple ribbon too. My daughter, she makes bracelets. I have a whole bag of bracelets. She's so intelligent and gifted. Enough of that. The reason why I have on purple today, purple represents domestic violence, okay? And way before I even knew this, I still loved the purple. Purple is in the Bible too, okay? Purple, 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 purple socks too. Domestic violence. Tomorrow I might talk about breast cancer awareness. Maybe that gave me something to talk about tomorrow. But I'm gonna start limiting my videos to go live a certain day, okay? And preferably I want to probably go live on Fridays And if you look at my community tab, and if you have your notification set, you'll see that I'm going live. Okay, for those that's interested. Let me get it started. Before I even wanted to talk about this topic, I always talk about it on my lives, how people need to be more supportive. And if you are suffering in silence, don't do that, right? So it's not like I wait until a particular month to happen to talk about anything, because I talk about it all the time. All of us is going through something in some shape, form, or fashion. A lot of people don't talk about what they're going through or been through and trying to get through. But domestic violence is one of the topics you don't hear too often. I have on my thumbnail, you can text that number, and also down below, I have the hotline number. For anyone that is in a relationship that is abusive, and let me tell you this, I'm going to get this disclaimer out there or put this out there. I ain't just talking about women. Men's are being abused too. Men's are being abused too, or get abused. Some of these words is kind of like a tongue-tied thing. But anyhow, a little backstory. I want to make a difference. And I believe I'm supposed to make a difference. This is about domestic violence, okay? That's what I'm talking about today. Domestic violence. Like, share, turn on your post for notifications. Thumbs up, please. What is domestic violence? I saw a lady comment the other day in my comments on my live. She said that she got away from that. The reason why I've been going through what I'm going through is because I'm being in my truth about a lot of things I've been through and gone through. Domestic violence is not just a physical thing. Domestic violence is an emotional thing. It's a mental thing, psychological thing. If someone curses at you, that's an emotional, mental, psychological thing. We always look at the fact of physical. Oh, physical is horrible, okay? Someone put their hands on you. Slapping you is abuse. If you, every day of your relationship, life, and it don't even have to be in a relationship. It could be someone simple as your family members, your mom, your dad, cousin, sister's brother, etc. I have been through all of it. So me personally, I take it serious to talk about certain topics. I'm not living in my past, but sometimes we have to advocate, put it out there, let everyone know that is going through something. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live. That is going through something and been through it. Like the video, please. We need to let people know there's help out there. If you look at my thumbnail, there's a domestic violence 1-800 number, and then you also could text. Don't go through it. It is so horrible to know, for me as a mother, and I'm not putting a name out there. I came on crying last night. I'm sharing some experiences with people. At first, I wasn't really sharing everything because I was trying to leave it in God's hand and let him work it out. I was praying on it. I was keeping my faith, that knowing that God was going to prevail for me. So I said, well, maybe I'm lying. But, ooh, the shadow of whatever is going on in here. Okay, that's better. Maybe what I'm going through, I need to share. So that's why I decided to say, let me get on here. This is helping me, okay? Let me get on here and start saying things to people, and I don't know no one that can probably help them as well. I had a daughter that was staying with me, and she was staying with her sister. Like I said again, we're not putting names on here, but it's my child. And she left my home September 2019. My grandson's birthday is September the 30th, which was yesterday, okay? I haven't seen him since he was 6. She went to be with him for his birthday because him and his dad had left ahead of time or whatever. And that was the last time I saw my daughter. Last time I saw my grandson. Okay. From that part on, 2019, as I said, September, I went through a lot. Emotionally, mentally, psychologically. And I went through a lot of it by myself. So I'm saying, that's why I said, was I lying? No, I wasn't lying. A lot of things I was keeping to myself might have had a little bit to do with shamefulness. A lot of things I was told about my child broke my heart. What are you talking about? A mother, such as myself, and this is not going against fathers, because fathers raise their kids too. And it ain't always a bad situation why a father has to raise their children. It could be something that their mom done got sick, sometimes need to get help, and it's okay to ask for help. Or just not living. It could be living, and the best choice was for the dad to raise the child. Okay? I'm talking about domestic violence. It's Domestic Violence Month. If you look at I don't know if people see the thumbnails when they come on my live or not. It's saying what this is about. And it's about domestic violence. October the 1st is the beginning month. All month is Domestic Violence Month. I'm sharing a story about it, and I'm testifying, and I'm talking about the support that's out there. If you look at the thumbnail, it has the text number and the 1-800 number. I don't know if people like topics like this, but it's okay. I'm going to talk about it because it happens too often. It happens too often that everyone goes through some type of abuse and they close their mouth or shut up or silence themselves. Text. Sorry about that, but yeah, hello everyone. Could you like the video, please? Subscribe to my channel. I'm talking about domestic violence, okay? So, like I said, my daughter, I hadn't known anything until 2020 or maybe 2021. Someone was playing games with the entire family on the phone on Messenger. I know everybody know what that is. That's an app. That's where it started. And this happened 2 weeks plus after she had left. And she went to be with her son and her child's father. That part of it didn't work out. That's a whole story in itself. But the part I'm trying to say is some guy that she knew, really didn't know, but anyhow, she knew. Once we found out, was playing games and making us think that it was her child's father. Okay. Come to find out that wasn't true. I know to be a fact. So as time went on, he was saying that somebody was harming her. He was saying that uh, the guy that she was in a relationship with is not good. Um, she need to get away from him and all that, right? Like the video, please. And so I'm like, okay, in my mind, I cried because we didn't know where my child was. And I said we because I'm talking about my kids. Their father wasn't living, okay? I cried for, every day, not straight through, but every day for about 3 days. Was it probably 4? And I end up trying to take my focus off of it. And that's when I decided that I wanted to be an independent business consultant and start a business. I got my supplies and I went live on Facebook October the 18th, 2019. Okay. I had a business page, all that, where you can go and purchase my merchandise professionally. I had a friend that lived in California, and he was a security guard. Now, mind you, we're in different jurisdictions. And sometimes it's that person that comes across with the right thing to say that can get across to someone. And then also you have badge numbers and everything. So I don't know if it was pulled that way, but anywho, I got to thinking, I said, let me reach out to the child's father, which is my grandson's dad, and his grandmother. And I'm so glad I took some time to pull back from everybody else being all over the place because of what was going on. And she reached out to her son, and he did say, I'm going to go where he last saw her at and see if she's there. Long story short, getting to that, he found her. He told her that I needed to see her, and I saw her and everything, but she was mad. I'm not icing the cake. Why is she mad? Because she thought everybody was attacking him. Okay, we got it cleared up. Well, nobody attacking him. The dude that she was affiliated with, fast forward, somebody reached out to me and told me, because actually I saw the girl with my daughter too, because the girl was going to dialysis and she used to go with her because they met in a shelter. Okay. The girl used to reach out to me if she haven't heard her and said she's so worried. Have you seen her? I mean, genuinely, have you talked to her? And so once they got out the shelter, my daughter ended up moving with her and her boyfriend, which was no, no, no. Okay. Because the dude wanted my daughter to show her how to dress provocatively, basically, probably to work her. Street woman, okay? I'm just trying to be neat. I'm gonna see if I can get this over here because this glare is doing the most. Okay. I'm gonna have to scoot over a little bit because this glare from this window is messing up my okay, so I don't like like that. Well, anyhow, the dude wanted my daughter to show her how to dress, put on makeup, and everything. My daughter's a beautiful girl. This is being truthful. Oh, goodness. Okay, so maybe I need to look this way. Okay, that's better because I got a window there and that glare is just coming through. So anyhow, and so yes, this is story time. This is truth. She wanted her to show her how to dress and all this stuff to work her. And I guess try to work my daughter too. But my daughter said, "Oh no, 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 no," because the girl told me this. "Oh, you're not working me." She said, "If I work for myself." Y'all know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, street woman, okay? Selling your body, okay? In a respectful way, I'm saying this. I'm trying to keep it cute. But hey, really, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's coffee. Okay, I took all my pills. So one of the girl reached out to me on Messenger. She said, "Do you know where your daughter's at?" No. She said, "I'm worried about her." She said the guy and my daughter was staying with her and her man. And the cops came because he was jumping on her, on my daughter. Backstory, back up. The guy played a game to make it seem like he didn't know where she was. He was calling everybody on Messenger, had us scared out of our wits. Okay. And so as time went on, they wasn't in the shelter no more. She met him at a shelter, just like the girl. And the girl and her, she used to go with the girl to dialysis. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today is domestic violence, beginning of domestic violence month. October is, and breast cancer too. Tomorrow I'll talk about that topic, but I'm bringing this topic up because it's something that people shy away from talking about. And I always talk about stop suffering in silence. This is what I'm about. I like talking about topics like this because it hits close to home. So I'm sharing a little backstory. And even though you share stories, it doesn't have to be you putting people's name out there, but it's a truthful story coming from me because this is my child. So I'm telling a little bit about why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling longer than people know. But lately, within the last couple of months or so, my feelings have been so all over the place. And it's because I was going through this alone. Okay. Alone. And so um, I was sharing this story about my daughter, and it was domestic violence. Okay. So this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. October is, and breast cancer awareness. People don't know, people don't talk about those topics too often. Breast cancer is a topic that is very emotional to me too. So anyhow, just giving a little backstory of what I'm talking about, and then like I said, I put the thumbnail up. There's a 1-800 number, and then you could text a number. Okay. So anyhow, as time went on, the girl reached out to me, and she said, "I'm worried about your daughter." Oh my goodness. Now, mind you, this person already said, guy, the dude that she was talking to was mistreating her. All along, it was him. My daughter left here September 2019 to go be with her son and father, because different place, okay? I'm here, they're in a different town. She wanted to be close to them. It was a living situation, okay? So You have to work it out until you can get where you need to be. So I was okay with that. He was her first love. She met him in 2007. Okay. And ooh, December the 7th, 2007. He done lived with me. I done met his mom, dad, all the things. I knew him, and she has one child. He's 12 by him. She don't have any more. And God, I pray that she don't have no more unless she's really, 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 truly all in mentally, physically, emotionally ready for it. And then even then, still, I don't want her to. But God has another plan, okay? I'm not God. 2 years I didn't hear from her. 2 years I did not hear from her, my daughter. Until one day she called me. So she left in 2019. I didn't hear anything else from her. It might have been 2021, around COVID, okay? And she called me from a hospital. Today's not the day, Jay Brown, okay? I don't have no problem with timing people out and putting them, deleting them and stuff. People so rude. And I'm pretty sure, because I can see it, I can go on my TV right now and see if my thumbnail, what it says. And so my back is itching. So why would you just outwardly come in here? And I'm talking about a delicate topic. Domestic violence is real, people. Okay. So I haven't heard from my daughter probably 2.5 years. I don't care how old she is. It's my child. My kids were made out of love. Never in a billion years would I have thought any of my children would go through anything such as a thing. Okay? She was in a hospital, as I was saying, and she told me why. And again, I'm not mentioning her name for protection reasons, okay? And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? It was for protection reasons. She was in a mental hospital, but not like that type of hospital like you see people on TV type of thing. But so what? She got away for protection. And that was the place, I guess the police officers or whatever took her to. So I was at relief. And I don't remember how long she stayed there. And then she got transferred somewhere else. Now this is where it gets bad. My daughter was there almost 2.5 years. And I felt so happy knowing that I knew where she was. I can talk to her, video chat, knowing that she's getting help, talk to the people that was helping her, and all the things. Physical abuse and psychological abuse and mental abuse can cause you to have mental breakdowns, mental issues. That's why I said we're not born with these things. Things that happen for us, trauma, can cause us to be this way. Okay. And I was supporting my child the whole time financially. I was me. Yes, TVs, clothes, hair, shoes, winter attire, underclothes, personal hygiene. I even set up an Instacart account to have food deliver in that. I set it up in her name, her email. That way she can, verify it, see it, and all these things, right? So I sit up here and I did this. I said, okay, I'm gonna make her account. All the time you don't have to send money. I said, I know I'm gonna send her some food. And of course she shared. I said this. I said, you take care of yourself. And if you have, more, I didn't tell her not to share because that's not me. I'm not selfish. My mom always said feed someone. My mother said that. So I would get her things that I know that can hold her over and at least a good week. I knew my child was eating, okay? And even though where she was, they served food, still she wanted different snacks and things. I made sure she pretty girl. I made sure her hair. I even set up her account so she can start selling jewelry like her mom. I did that for her. I would pay for it and have it mailed there. Amazon is a blessing. Her address is in my Amazon, so if I order something, I don't have to send it. I can have it mailed straight from Amazon to where she was at. I did this. As time went on, I started speaking to people, therapists, doctors, counselors, social workers, whatever you want to call it. And I found out something horrific about my daughter. And one day she called me on Messenger and she had cut her hair off. It's okay. I cut my hair too. But I'm talking about shaved it. I have never shaved my hair, but it was real low to the flow. Okay. That's because I have Graves' disease and my hair shred. Did I say shred? Sheds. I meant to say shed. I'll correct myself. I said shred, but I meant to say shed. And so I'm hitting and missing. And she said, look at my hair. And I'm like, oh, because I'm not a negative person. I'm not going to say, why did you do that or anything like that. Look at my hair. And I said these words to her. I said, you look so beautiful. She did. And I wasn't faking either. That I meant that wholeheartedly. She looked so pretty. But this is where it gets sad to me at. Listen, the guy that was playing on the phone on Messenger that was lying and saying that her boyfriend, which is her child's father, okay, y'all need to worry about him because he's not treating her well. He's mean to her. He was playing games and uh, 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 to just he had control of her messenger. Okay, so he was playing on her messenger with the family, trying to let us know that something was wrong, and so everybody got involved. It got so bad to the point my son, I have one son, I have three daughters, he's the oldest, and my sister and her husband, he's not here no more, but rest his soul, was going to drive down there to where she was. And I ain't talking about on no peaceful note either, okay? I'm talking about ready to, okay? I try to watch how I'm saying things. I don't know what all you can put out here, but everybody read between the lines. Whoever. I worried, I cried, I worried, I cried, I worried, I cried. And when I found out she was in this establishment, the first one I was okay. The second one I was okay too, because I knew my daughter needed help from what had happened to her. But when she called me on that messenger, showed me her hair, I was fine with that. But when she told me why she cut her hair off, well, her a guy, a friend of hers, and I saw him too. This is somebody different now, not the one that was treating her the way he did. I'll get to that. She said the reason why I cut my hair off, Mom, is because that guy took a big plug of my daughter's hair out of her head. You heard me? A big plug out of her hair. You just don't know what I was feeling at that moment. What I wanted to do to that boy. And my kid's father, I know this for a fact. If he was living, he probably would have been in the pen. No lie. It would have took everything, and I don't think no one could have stopped him. That boy did that to my child. You know how that makes you feel as a mom, as a parent, as a dad? Come on, people. Give these men some credit out here, too. All men is not bad men and bad fathers. They have love for their children. So what? It didn't work out with you and him. But if you go your separate ways on a irreconcilable difference, not nothing talking about violence. I'm pretty sure if there was that violent of a situation, that person wouldn't be able to be in the child's life either. We got to be real, right? So just because we don't get along, let those men be in their children's life. My kid's dad was an amazing dad. He passed away on Father's Day, 2018. And I endure all this, 2017, excuse me, June 18, 2017, Father's Day, okay? I endure all this pain after he passed away. Hell broke loose. I lost my children. And I ain't saying I lost them all in a bad way, but yes, I did lose some in a bad way. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did. Domestic violence is real, people, okay? No sugarcoating it. I don't care if people in the background looking and saying, why is she talking about this? It needs to be addressed. Anyone that's suffering from any kind of abuse, shape, form, or fashion, I was abused, okay? I was abused. I was mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and physically abused. Abused. I did not have a voice. And that's why I said, people say, you could break the cycles. You could change things, because that's what I'm speaking about it. Let's be advocates about it. Let's have our voice about it. Let's talk about it. Don't sit up here and talk about things just once a year. Talk about it every freaking day. People are dying because of it. Stop abusing your kids. Stop abusing your wife, your husband, your animals. Stop abusing. That's why I say stop getting on my posts, platform, videos, lives, and being all negative. I was a basket case. I suffer alone. I didn't have no one. And even if I did, per se, my children, other children, because I can't sit up there and say they didn't give me no advice, they didn't do something to help their sister or whatever, because I'd be lying. They did what they did, but they didn't have to tell me, but they still did it. We had each other. But late in the midnight hours, or even in the daytime, such as now, when you're alone, you are suffering by yourself. And it's not saying necessary every time it's a choice. I use my words correctly because my other three children suffer with it too. Even with their father passing away, I didn't have no one. I had my kids, but that was their dad. They was hurt, broken, lost. And all this stuff happened to my daughter, which is his daughter, because she went to school to be a certified, with a medical assistant. Okay. She graduated from Concord. Okay. Very smart child. And she took care of her dad. She lived with her dad 3 years, I want to say, when he was sick. And she moved in to help him. And when he passed away, one would say daddy's girl. She loved her mom too. But even if she was, oh well, she was just that child. She was real close to her dad. Real close to her dad. She was an ankle child. Gary Lee, she grabbed that ankle and he pretty much, if he had to, he would drag her. He didn't though, I'm just saying. And for me to know that that happened to my child as a mom, I feel so helpless. I felt so embarrassed for myself. I felt so angry. I felt so hurt. Someone hurted my baby. In the midst of that hurt, she ended up being homeless. I said, what? This is things I found out, not because I knew she was, because, honey, you got a home. I don't care. You come back home to me. Her sisters and her brother. So, and probably aunties too. I ain't gonna say no, probably aunties too. Not, not gonna say no auntie, because all my sisters, if nothing else, love my kids. See, I don't be messy. Despite how I might feel or get treated, I can't say they do that to my children. She had a home. She left a home. And she said these words to me, Mommy, you got all of us living in this house and we can't stay here. I don't want to get you in trouble. It was her, my son, his girlfriend, my grandbaby, and myself in a one bedroom, this place I'm living in now, apartment. Back here where I show my office is where my son and daughter was at first before everyone else came. She was laying on this side. He laid on that side. His head was up against that wall. Hers was this way. I still got my baby's fan over there. It don't work no more. And she said, that's my fan. And I tell everyone, that's your sister's fan. And if I could, I would get it fixed. Because she loved that fan. When it was time to go to sleep, she had that fan on and she gone. She left because she didn't want to get me in trouble on my lease, okay? I had myself, it was 5 of us in a one bedroom apartment, 1 bathroom. And I was okay, my son and daughter living here. And I was okay with how the situation was at first, but towards the end, it got so chaotic to the point to where y'all doing the most. And I took everything I had and paid motel fees and storage fees and food and this is not me bragging. I didn't have it. But I did have it. They they couldn't stay here. Somebody was spying or whatever. Someone had said something to me already. Yes. And it pissed me off because I wait till I went to the gym and called me into the office and said, da 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 da, and da 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 da. And see, I would have said something, but the person wasn't lying. But what are you doing? Are you snooping? Because for one, you can't stop nobody from having guests. Two, where I live at, you don't have to come through the front. There's a back. And if you walk leaving, the office is way where you can't see nobody leaving going this way. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. I said, somebody snooping? So that was the reason she left. Well, not just that reason, but she wanted to be with her son. And at that point in time, everything went to the left. Do you hear me? I started talking about it on my Mona Vegan Lifestyle channel on here. And I'm talking more about it now because I hadn't seen my grandson and my daughter in 7 years. I took a screenshot last night. She called me on Messenger. And it was her and my grandson. And me, of course. I didn't know he was there. This is her place now. And she said, guess who's here? And she turned the phone over. When I tell you, I was like, lost for words. I was so happy. I saw my grandson. He's 12. Last time I saw him, he was 6. Not quite 7. And I saw him and my daughter on his birthday. I don't know if anyone heard the beginning of the story. She left for his birthday 2019. I haven't seen my daughter. And I haven't seen my grandchild. This is 2024, September the 30th, which was yesterday. And I'm saying this because my child went through a lot. Being abused, homeless, and other things. And I'm not going to say what the other thing is. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed about nothing. I'm sharing this. I'm not putting her name out there. This year, I had made a video and I said, please keep me in prayer. I need prayer about my daughter. I have a video on here as well on YouTube. A friend of my youngest daughter, she does podcasts and videos and stuff. And she made a video of my daughter missing, the place she was last seen at, her picture. She has it on her YouTube channel and I have it on mine. So when she went missing, totally didn't know where she was again for probably the 3rd time, I had some kind of feeling in me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? Time went on. Here we go. Birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, New Year's, my birthday. Valentine's Day, all these holidays that passed by and I hadn't heard nothing from my daughter. Come on now. People say, oh, folks is grown and they got their lives. You know your kid and you know that person. And I'm like, what's going on? Long story short, um, I ended up calling the place where I knew she was at. See, this is what I'm saying. I knew where she was. And again, she was in danger because of what they told me. And by them telling me what they told me, I was able to, well, I didn't get a hold to them. My niece did it for me because I was all over the place. And once she did it, being that she gave my number and had already started the process, and I was able to give them some insights and stuff like that. Here we go again, the manhunt. Posters, podcasts. When I tell you, no one knows how that feels if they haven't experienced it. And yes, I believe in God. I believe in keeping the faith. I believe in praying. And I prayed and I prayed. And I told my children that just recently, towards the end, I had to pray and let it go. And not let my child go, but letting it go mentally. Because it was doing something to me. That's why I'm having a problem, or was having a problem with my weight loss journey. Because it wasn't allowing me to stay focused. My judgment was cloudy. I didn't care, but I did care. I was going to the gym last year every day. Well, not every day. I was going Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And when this happened, it knocked me off to where I was like, basically, I don't care. I'm not doing this. I have to focus on what is going on with my child, my daughter, my third child. I gave birth to 3 9-pound babies and one that was almost 8 pounds. And she was born in Stuttgart, Germany. And I'm going to say this. I'm talking about domestic violence. I'm talking about any kind of abuse. I'm talking about anything that someone's going through and they feel like they can't speak about it or get help or seek help. I have those numbers on my thumbnail. I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm not going to stop talking about this, the topic that is. A lot of things that I'm not telling, and I could get in depth with it. I escaped my abuser and attacker myself. So me personally going through that, and any of my children, my son has been abused. And people keep thinking abuse is just a physical thing. It's not. It's not. It's an emotional, psychological, mental thing. You help somebody, and you do everything. I had a conversation with him the other day, and I'm just going to say this briefly. You can't keep helping people and you having setbacks. I don't care. We're not supposed to do that. You help people, yeah. But they got to want to help themselves too. In a different realm, in a different scenario. My daughter, what she went through, I wasn't going to let that rest. I wasn't going to leave her to go by her, go through this by herself. And she told me these words. Mommy, you didn't leave me. Mommy, You went through this with me. Mommy, I'm going to repay you. Mommy. You hear me say, Mommy? 7 years I went through this. And I want to say 85% of the time alone. But I did not give up on my child. Domestic violence is real. There's other things that happen. It's real. Homelessness is real. But now that I know she's in a place where she's familiar, meaning her child and her child's father, even though they're not together, that's okay. But she's close to someone. And I know this. And got a roof over her head. And I know this. I'm in the process of doing something myself with my life. And I said, I'm going to give things away anyways. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to send to my daughter. I got bubble wrap, I got boxes to help her along. I'm going to create, and I'm just saying, a lot of people be like, people just drive begging or whatever. I'm going to create an Amazon wish list. And I'm put it on my community wall. I have one up there for myself already. And the reason being is someone has said to me about my kids, and people always say, why you don't ask for help? I don't want to ask for help. But sometimes when you need help, you need help. I'm on a weight loss journey, and someone got on my live yesterday, and shout out to you, Blue True One. I can remember her because me and her on a journey together. And she shared with me to go and get that walk pad, almost like a treadmill. And I went on Amazon yesterday and I looked it up and I created a register wish list, and I pinned it on my community wall on YouTube. And I was thinking to start one for my daughter. She don't have nothing. She don't have nothing. And so, but one thing I can say, she listened to me. There's resources out there. So again, this is about domestic violence, October the 1st. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I say all year round is Awareness Month. I don't care what it is, any kind of illness, it's all year round. Be aware, educate yourself. There's help out there. 211 is a resource number. I have it on my thumbnail. If you see the National Domestic Violence Hotline number, and also you can text them. Okay, 211 is a resource number. I don't care where you live. I don't know if it's overseas or different countries, but in the United States, 211. Get help. Stop letting someone mistreat you. Stop letting somebody feel like they own you and control you. You own yourself. You allow them people to have the power over you. Share this video, please. Like the video. Turn on your post notification because, honey, I might come back on later and talk about another topic. And as long as I got a mouth, air, breathing, alive, I'm going to keep talking about this. Sometimes that's your way of healing yourself. In the midst of crying and going through things, I go through a lot. And alone. but I have a voice, and you do too. So I'm going to conclude this live. Today was about domestic violence. I shared some stories about my daughter. I didn't embarrass her by putting her name out there. But if you know anyone, even yourself, if I know someone is going through that, I'm not going to let them know. I'm going to report it. I'm an advocate. I want to bring awareness even to child abuse, physical abuse, domestic violence. That's domestic violence. You physically harming someone, you psychologically, mentally, emotionally harming someone. I love everyone. Like, share, comment, turn on your post notification. I'm going to be talking more about this. And another thing, I'll probably bring this up later on this afternoon or evening when I come back on. I'll probably come back on. I'm going to set a time. You can check out the community wall of a time span that I'm going to do this. I know people are passing through. You can like the video. You can subscribe to my channel too. Ohanas. We are family. We got to just, bring awareness. Come on now. Everybody else, this is my thing. People talk about all kinds of different stuff, all this stuff that's going on in this world. And poor little old me. I'm sincere about this. I was thinking about getting some buttons. I have this site that I can get some shirts made. Like the one I wear with my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, you see it on my profile. That's a shirt. I just put it as a, I made it on a thumbnail and then I put it as a YouTube profile picture. And so the thumbnail that I made today for this topic, pay attention, y'all. Look at the thumbnail. When this live ends, you can look at it and there's numbers on there, okay? And what this live is about specifically. So anyhow, I was thinking about taking that thumbnail, because I know how to do it, and having it put on a shirt. Okay? And then I'm going to turn around and make one for breast cancer awareness. It's also October, okay? I'll be talking about that. So I have to make a thumbnail for that. That's pink. Domestic violence is purple. And so, and mental health awareness is in May. Spread the awarenesses. If you look up on the Google or whatever, every month has an awareness. I think also May is lupus, I want to say, and that's purple. And I think if not this month, next month is Diabetes Awareness Month. We got to spread these awarenesses. People are focusing on the wrong things, and we need to focus on the knowledge of things. So I'm going to conclude this live. I hope everyone have a terrific Tuesday.